Man, like no other thing in the physical universe, understands himself to be a paradox, a rational animal, something with internality and higher consciousness that will also be crushed by the same physical processes that destroy the plants and the animals. He partially escapes from his natural condition, enough to have perspective on it, but not enough to conquer it. Since every man feels the ambiguity of their condition, different treatments have emerged. Philosophers have tried to reduce mind to matter, matter to mind, or synthesize them into a unified substance. Those who do not eschew the soul-body dichotomy downplay the importance of the constitutive element of self not up for salvation, i.e. death. Death is either taken to be part of life or immortality is assured. What I think de Beauvoir means here is when she says death is integrated into life, is that all this living and dying are just processes in a contingent world that one can see some deeper truth behind, like nirvana or the numerological realm. She claims the ethical point of views of those who deny death are predictable. They either emphasize one, becoming internally ethically pure for immortality's sake, or two, live in the moment. That whole Dave Matthews Band ethos thing, eat, drink, and be merry, and tomorrow we die. De Beauvoir thinks that these ethics really don't consult our paradoxical condition, and if anything, heightened it nowadays. Man recognizes that all action ought to be subordinated to him as supreme end. However, he simultaneously senses in dramatically new ways his fragility. The instruments of death and physical mastery over the world lead him to believe he is but an insect or a speck that can be annihilated at any moment. De Beauvoir wants to stare this ambiguity of man's condition down. She does not want to hide from the fact that man is something unique in the physical order that feels more insignificant than ever. De Beauvoir stipulates that this thinking reed that is man has his absolute goal in moral action. However, given the comprehension that ethical performance will not transform him or save him from his delicate and impermanent status, it is easy to throw in the towel on ethical projects. So what's the use? Isn't all of man's ethical passion useless? De Beauvoir thinks this talk of uselessness or usefulness is silly, for it is socially constructed culture that determines what is useful or useless. Before these societies existed, things were not useful or useless. Objectively speaking, nothing is useful. Nothing from the outside can justify man's ethical passion. There can be internally justifying reasons, though. What might they be? What de Beauvoir seems to be saying is that by disclosing myself as an ethical being, I remove myself from the world and create something with intentionality. Something that is at least as beautiful as the other wonders of the physical world and may, in some sense, preserve our feelings of superiority over them. These are the internal reasons for choosing ethical existence, if I have understood her correctly so far.